In the previous video, we understood what is a quadratic equation. Any equation which is of the form ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 is called a quadratic equation where a, b and c are always real numbers. And one more important thing that we learned was that a should never be equal to 0. Why? Because then it no longer remains a quadratic equation. Now the second step is to find the roots of the quadratic equation. So what are the roots? Roots means those values of the variables which will satisfy the given equation. Now we can find these roots by two methods. One is by factorization and another is by using the formula. But in this video, we are mainly going to focus on the factorization method. Let's take one example. Say for example, we have x squared minus 7x equal to minus 10. We are going to find those values of this equation which will satisfy this entire equation. Now the first step is that you should always write this equation in the general form. So let's shift this 10 here. So it will become x square minus 7x, and when we will shift it here, it will become plus 10 and we'll get 0 on the right hand side. Right? Now it resembles the general form. Next step is to factorize it. Now how do we factorize it? We actually split this middle term. This is the middle term containing x. We will split this term. How are we going to split this term? We have to find those two values here which we multiply together and get 10. But if we add or subtract those two numbers, we should get 7. Right? Alright. So let's find the two factors. We should always take this constant term. Right? Now let's start by 2. If we divide it by 2, we will get 5. Now 5 and 2 are two factors of 10. Now let's check. If we add 5 and 2, will we get 7? Yes, we will get 7, but our 7 here is minus 7. So what will we do? We can take minus 5 and minus 2. If we add these, we will get minus 7. But if we multiply these, we are going to get plus 10. Right? So we've got the two factors of 10 which we multiply and get 10. But if we add these two, we are going to get 7. Now let's replace this 7 by minus 5 and minus 2. So we are splitting this 7 as minus 5 plus 10 equal to 0. Now next step is, look at these two terms. We can take x common. We'll get x minus 5. Here we can take minus 2 common. X minus 5 equal to 0. Now between these two terms, again we can take x minus 5 common. What are we left with? X minus 2. Now you see that these two are the factors of this quadratic equation, right? We have factorized this. Multiplication of these two expressions will give us this. Now if we multiply these two, we are going to get 0, right? What does that mean? It means that if two numbers, say for example, if a into b is equal to 0, what does that mean? Either a is 0 or b is 0, right? Or both are 0, then we are going to get 0. So let's take this first one, x minus 5 equal to, if x minus 5 is equal to 0, we will get x equal to 5. Or if x minus 2 is equal to 0, we are going to get x as 2. So you saw that you got two values of x. One is 2 and another is 5. So these are the two roots of this equation, if you substitute these here, if you substitute 5 here, you're going to get 0. If you replace x by 2 here, you're going to get 0. That's how we find the roots of the quadratic equation using factorization method. Let's try one more example. Suppose we have x square minus 11x equal to 42. So what's the first thing that we should do? Shift this term here so that we get 0 on the right hand side. Now take this constant term minus 42. We have to get two factors of minus 42 so that if we add or subtract them, we get 11. Right? Let's start by 2. 2 21s are. Now 21 and 2, if we add them, we'll get 23. If we subtract them, we are going to get 18. No way we are getting 11 here. So let's try with 3. 3 1s are, 3 4s are. Oh, we got 14 and 3. If we subtract this, we are going to get 11. But look at the sign of 11. It is minus. So out of 14 and 3, which should be minus? 14. So we will write this as minus 14x plus 3x minus 42 equal to 0. If you multiply minus 14 and plus 3, you are going to get minus 42. We have splitted the middle term, right? Now, take x common, you will get x minus 14. Take 3 common, plus 3 common. Again, you are going to get x minus 14 equal to 0. Then x minus 14 common. You will get x plus 3 equal to 0. Fine. So you got the two factors of this expression, which are x minus 14 and x plus 3. So now out of these two, either x minus 14 is equal to 0, which gives us x as 14, or x plus 3 is equal to 0, which gives us x as minus 3. So you have found the two values of x. You have factorized the middle term, splitted the middle term, and then found the two values which will satisfy this given equation.